Grain's trying to gain back some ground on Thursday, while cattle is acting like the big drop earlier this week never happened. AgDay's Michelle Rook has some insights for us in Markets Now.
Grain and livestock futures all trading higher on Thursday. Garrett Toay is in with analysis. Okay, Garrett, grains to the plus side, corn and soybeans. Was it all technical? Did we just see a bounce?
It really is. I mean, having a higher bias into a crop report tomorrow or today, Friday, where the USDA is expected to cut yields is not a surprise. Spot wheat traded down to new contract lows, took out some long-term trend line support on the spot continuation chart. And then beans have just been largely in a 10.25 to 10.35 type range. So the fact that, we had a bounce here, not to be surprised, but we're basically just biding time until the crop report.
So, Garrett, do we get the yield cuts in the report as the average trade guest expects, or will it be like last year where USDA punts?
My bias is that the yields are trending lower. Whether we see those cuts by the USDA in the September report, I'm not getting my hopes up. You've got to remember we had to wait till January before they really confirmed anything. So, this is the last crop report until we really start getting the field and harvest gets going. They probably don't do anything. They wait to see what the yield returns or their sample plots show, and then they go from there.
If you don't get the yield cut, does the market sell off or does it not believe it?
I don't think there's much downside in the corn market, just considering the amount of demand that's out there, although I don't really necessarily expect to see the carry-out changing in corn that much. I think that there's room there that they cut yields. They can cut some of that feed residual numbers a little bit. They won't touch exports. They won't touch ethanol, but feed residual has a little bit of air in it. The issues for me in soybeans is order flow. Farmers typically sell soybeans across the scale at harvest, and the lack of Chinese buying under here, it's an order flow issue rather than an S&D number.
And cattle up Wednesday and Thursday, can we fully recover in that market?
I don't really necessarily, know why we sold off on Tuesday, but we've recouped half of those losses here by the end of the week. We held the 40-day moving average in fats, and that's an encouraging sign. That's kind of where we should have stopped if we were going to stop. But your guess is as good as mine as where we go from here.
Garrett Toay, AgTraderTalk, joining us with Markets Now.